folks, Twin Proper here, bringing you yet another in my series. And today Elvis is in the building again because we've got the M&P 45 Shield by Smith and Wesson. All right, folks, here it is, the Smith and Wesson M&P Shield 45 ACP. This is the one that everyone's been waiting for. And look at it. Ooh. The Smith and Wesson M&P 45 Shield. Let's take off the display stand and have a look at it. This is, of course, 45 ACP, and its capacity is 6+1 and 7+1. Not bad for 45 ACP, especially when you consider the Springfield XDS has a 5-round capacity. Bonus, that is your advantage right there. Pictured here, we've got it with the extended magazine. Now, as you can see, there's been some cosmetic changes to the M&P Shield 45 as compared to this Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm. So here's the two to compare, and as you can see, Smith & Wesson has added some additional very functional stippling to their grip. That will work very, very well. And if you get a good close look at the muzzle end of the pistol, you'll see that they have added some serrations right here. Might be okay for press checks. It's pretty thin, but they are functional. You can press check with that. It is an attractive addition along with all of this stippling, and they did manage to keep the Smith & Wesson M&P logo right here. And you can see that the Smith & Wesson M&P 45 Shield logo is up here, right where it is with the M&P 9 Shield. So it kept some of the Shield attributes, and it had gained some grip stippling attributes as well as some cosmetic changes. Nice. I am not going to be shooting this pistol today because this is a new pistol. It's going to be for sale for customers. But I did want to get a physical comparison with the M&P 9 Shield. And it is, as you can see, not too far off in size, just a little bit bigger. So the specs for the M&P 45 Shield are as follows. The weight of this pistol is not bad. Again, this is shooting the 45 ACP round, and it is 20.5 ounces. Not a bad weight. That's a carry weight. That's the weight you want. But when you're shooting 45 ACP, you do want a little heft to that pistol so that your hands don't have the shit banged out of them. The length of the pistol is 6.5 inches. Again, that's not too bad. And if you compare it to the M&P 9 Shield, it's pretty close, just a little bit bigger. But then it's got to account for the 45 ACP round in the barrel and slide area, so there you go. Which of course is going to make the sight radius a little bit further on the M&P 45 Shield. Theoretically, it should be a little bit more accurate. The pistol is 0.99 inches wide. So you may as well say it's an inch wide, but 0.99. And the height of the pistol is 4.88 inches. And I'm imagining that is with the flush mag and not the extended mag. So far so good when looking at this pistol. Everybody I know wants one. So this is the Smith & Wesson M&P 45 Shield. Again, I'm not going to get an opportunity to shoot this pistol, but I do like the way this feels. So let's get a load of the trigger. The trigger pull, oh, it looks like we got a little bit of take up here. Just a little bit. And let's get a look at it from the other side. There's just a little bit of take up, and as you can see, this is also a hinged trigger, just like on the M&P 9 Shield right here. Safety feature. And that moves that little gadget out of the way so that you can continue to pull the trigger. Trigger pull seems to be about, I'd say, between 4 and 5 pounds. Not too bad. Now for the reset queens. Oh boy. Can't identify which gender. Okay, it's a light reset. Let's do it again. Okay. The reset doesn't come out too far. So it's not like you have to come all the way forward with the reset. But again, when you're training with your pistols and when you're shooting your pistols, you should be training by bringing your trigger all the way forward before squeezing the trigger. and bringing it back into position. So you want to train like that, and if you're training correctly with your pistols, any old trigger should work well for you as long as it's consistent. Like this one. So looking at the inside, everything seems to be in good order, and it looks like a partially polished feed ramp in there. And the magazine drop is decisive, very decisive. So I imagine you could do quick mag changes. And the grip extension does add that little extra bit, but it only adds one extra round. 6+1 capacity with the regular size magazine, 7+1 with the grip extension magazine. Not too bad. The finish on this pistol, if I'm not mistaken, on the M&P 9 Shield was melanite, but this is steel armorite. Now it's making me wonder, since they look so much alike, whether or not the M&P 9 Shield was also steel armorite and just their M&P 9 was melanite. But at any rate, they're still built basically the same. They have the fish scale type serrations right here. Very functional, make it easier to rack. And of course, the standard 3-dot sights, which always work very well. We've come a long way since the blade sights. So this is going to be a very good shooter for whoever decides to get it, the Smith & Wesson M&P 45. And a lot of other people who have had this, and I have seen quite a few, absolutely adore their Smith & Wesson M&P 45 Shield, and I am gathering my stepson would too. But anyway, this is it. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P 45 Shield. Sorry for not shooting it, but it's not mine.
And now time for a commercial break from Not Just Guns.
Lest I remind you that when I do videos over here, I'm doing them at Not Just Guns in Mason, Michigan. Check out their website, notjustguns.com. They've got Not Just Guns. And by the way, they also feature their Wednesday night auctions. You can find just about any type of firearm you want in their Wednesday night auctions. So check them out, notjustguns.com, Mason, Michigan. But I'm too improper. My email address is scrolling across the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. That's tooimproper@gmail.com. Write and I will answer you, provided you're polite about what you have to say and if I've got the time. Thanks for watching, folks. God bless America, and keep on protecting your families and yourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. It's always the right thing to do. Be gone with him!